Hey guys, I've been seeing a lot of budgeting videos and how people budget and stuff like that. But I thought in this video, um, I thought I'd talk about our situation and kind of how we budget, but what it's like. Really for a young family with two young kids. Ours are 5 and 1.5. Well, 5.5 and 1.5. And one on the way. I'm 24 weeks pregnant. And kind of how we do things. I'm not going to edit this, so hopefully I don't ramble on too much. But basically, I've seen videos quite a lot that people try and kind of cover a lot of the time the hardness of it. And sometimes when I feel like I'm watching the videos, I feel like, well, why can't I budget like that? Why can't we do this, that, and the other, and everything like that? Because we are a one income family. My husband works, and I don't know if it's the same everywhere, but even a few of my friends didn't know that when you're on one income, even if your husband's full-time working, you don't get any help, or at least much help for the kids. So it is just one income, and that is very, very hard, because like I said, a lot of people don't know. They just think if you don't work, then you get all this help, and sorry, I'm sorting my hair out. Get all this help, and that's not true. We have weeks, honestly. We have been, especially before we moved in together, we were fine. I mean, the kids got Caitlin was under 6 months then, and Jaden was 4, but they never really got spoiled anyway. I mean, I don't know whether you've seen a few videos, but if he asks for something and says, is something in? And then I go, oh yeah, I got this in for you. He gets so excited, even if it's just some ice lollies. Because they're not deprived of treats, they just don't get them all the time. Because, in my opinion, they should appreciate the little things instead of, oh look, we can afford to go here, there and everywhere. Or I can afford a new toy every week. That just isn't the case. It doesn't happen like that. Most of Jaden's clothes are actually either, a lot of them are at H&M that he's going out of, but a few of them are like, well, majority of them really are second hand or car boot, or don't really have yard sales in the UK, but they are either sale or second hand stuff. They're not really new, any of his stuff, apart from his school uniform. But then his school trousers I got off eBay. So they weren't new either. His 5 to 6 school trousers, they weren't new. All Caitlin's stuff, well, not all of them, but most of Caitlin's stuff are my niece's old clothes. That my sister kept for me, and even now my niece is in 2 to 3, some 2 to 3, but mainly 3 to 4 stuff, and she's given us 2 to 3 stuff now. And because they go to the car boot, there's no car boots around us. We've got some 3 to 4 stuff for Caitlin, so not really any of her stuff are bought new. They're either second hand or, third hand really, because they're off the car boot for my niece, and then they're passed on to me. So we don't, although the kids always, in my opinion, quite smartly dressed, because I like her in dresses, or today she's only in a white top, but the white top, it's a white top with like pictures of houses. You've probably seen it on it with red around the side. That is only 9 to 12, but it still fits her. So I'm not going to get rid of it because the sizing says so. It still fits her. It was a dress. It fits her as a top. It's very big around the waist, so it fits her fine. We can't afford to get new stuff. Our money is mainly spent on food. All the time it's food. Especially now Jaden's decided to go on school dinners. Not school dinners, packed lunches. Excuse my cup there. I just finished drinking toast. But yes, he's just gonna pack lunches, and even that, it adds up. It really does, because you use more bread, especially if they have butties. Today we ran out of bread this morning. I thought, I'm not doing a shop run early in the morning, because we used the bread up last night. So he literally had in his lunchbox pasta with pasta sauce, because we've always got pasta in, and just heat up some pasta sauce and put it in a lunchbox for him. And that's what he had, because that's what we had in at that time. Since then I have been to Tesco and got some bread and some meal stuff, but it's not like we can afford to go to the kind of a corner shop convenience store to which is more expensive, just for some bread. Our bread, especially like now, we're on a budget. We're on a very, very tight budget, and our bread was like 40p. I'm not even kidding. We got Tesco and crisps, which were, I think they were 60p or something like that for a 12 pack of assorted cheese puffs, onion rings, and the salted sticks. But it is hard, and I don't want this to sound like I'm whinging, that I'm moaning, because yes, I could go out to work, but childcare around here is about £40 for a day. That's if you work from after 9 o'clock and pick them up at 5 o'clock. If not, for an hour before and an hour after, it's £10 each, so that's another £20 for the day. But yes, we still could do that with the childcare vouchers, but I wanted to stay at home, and this is what it's like for a young family who one parent stays at home. It's not easy. It's not all it seems. Even probably in my videos, you can't really tell that, you know, that we haven't got a lot. We really haven't. I don't really know what else to say on the matter, because we really don't have a lot. But the thing is, our life doesn't revolve around how much money we have. We're not judging our family size on how much money we have. I mean, we're just gonna do the best we can do. I mean, they're fed, they eat, they've got a really good diet. They eat 3 meals a day, sometimes 4 if they have supper, and then they snack throughout the day as well. They've got enough juice, they've got milk, they've got everything they need. They've got so many toys, it's unbelievable. But then a lot of their toys are secondhand, or Christmas presents or birthday presents. They're not new that we buy every week. They're not, we can't do it. So this video is mainly for the people out there who watch some of them videos and think, why can't I afford to do this and the other? On videos it doesn't show what goes on behind the camera. It doesn't. Our life is, in my opinion, perfect the way it is, even though we haven't got a lot. But it doesn't mean that they get to go out every week. Our days out as a family is going on a different walk with the dog, because that's what they like to do. They don't want to always go somewhere and be rushing around. And yeah, we do go to farms, we do go to play areas, we do go for lunch sometimes in the afternoon, but we don't go there all the time. We go different places with the dog where they could play football in a different place, a different field where they can take their frisbee or their little rugby ball that Caitlin has, although Patches kind of chewed that. But that is what we do because they've never been spoiled in that way. So you don't need to spoil your kids. You don't need to give them everything they think they want. Yes, they will go into a shop and say, I want this toy. But then, even Jaden now, sometimes he'll kick up a bit of a tantrum, but most of the time he'll be like, not today, maybe another time, maybe we'll come in and get it another time. And by the time we're at the shop, he's forgot about it. Or even if we get a cheap toy, for say £2 or £3, he doesn't really want it by the time he comes out the shop, or by the time we get home he's forgot about it. So don't ever feel like you need to give your kids absolutely everything they ask for, because they will learn to appreciate what they can have and what they do have. Most of mine and my sister's stuff when we were little, and this is where I get it from, was second hand. I remember one Christmas we had a second hand Wii, and we knew it was second hand, and my mum and my stepdad just couldn't afford it. They couldn't afford a brand new Wii at that time. They were the new thing out, and they just couldn't afford it, so they got a second hand one. And we were so pleased with that second hand Wii, because we appreciated that they did put some money into that. They've got to live. They've got to do what they've got to do. And he goes to swimming, and he goes multi-sports on Tuesday, although he can't at the moment because the woman who runs it's had an operation on her hand, so it's actually been cancelled for a few weeks. And then he goes football on Wednesdays. And then I was going to put in like rugby on Thursdays, but I'm not too sure about that. Sometimes he goes to dance on Saturdays. So he goes to all these different clubs and activities. But he appreciates every single one he can go to. He never really pushes for anything, because he knows eating, surviving is better than having toys. And not so much having toys, but having new stuff, if that makes sense at all. This is a bit of a rambly video, so I'm going to stop it here, but I'd like to know your opinions on what you do with your kids down below, and if you have any other topics you want me to talk about, I'm sure I can talk about it. But that's it for this video, so like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye guys.